I made a video the other weekend, but I never edited it. That's such a hard word to say. Because I didn't want to look like I was glorifying working on a Saturday. I really do think that weekends that are weekends are really, really important. And I do think that days off are absolutely vital to keep you creative and functioning and healthy and able to keep making stuff. But it did leave me thinking a lot about multitasking, which is something I've had to think about, I guess, my whole life. I've always been a chronic multitasker, and I have some thoughts.
Sorry if you can hear the cicadas. I've always felt like I'm doing something wrong by trying to do too many things at once. And on a small scale, that can be true. Just do one thing at a time. But on a larger scale, it's okay that I'm trying to be a musician and be a filmmaker at the same time.
And, you want a bass player to think not like a bass player. You want a bass player to think like a painter or a...
I came across a Jacob Collier interview on Scott's Bass Lessons where he talks about being a multi-instrumentalist. And he talks about how he often feels like jumping between things means that he never conquers or masters any one instrument. And that's how I feel. But he talked about the realization that actually those things are related, and jumping from here to here to here to here does actually create one big upwards momentum of learning and growth and becoming a better musician. One of my favourite YouTubers is a guy called Nick Bear, running and entrepreneurship and business and things that I really enjoy learning about in my spare time that fall in the hobby bucket for me. And he's talked a few times on his podcast about a documentary that was a really early catalyst for him wanting to start his nutrition business. And then I'm at uni doing research for my Master's of Film Editing degree, and I'm researching the use of montages in sports movies. I'm not at all thinking about my hobbies, I'm thinking about my work, but there in the reference list was that same documentary. And that was a really weird moment for me, because I was like, oh, I know what that is. But it is a great example of the way that all these seemingly irrelevant things in my life are relevant to one another. And so it is just one big spiral. And so it's okay that I'm always jumping between different things. It becomes less okay when that means I don't finish any of the things, YouTube videos. So I used to feel kind of bad about this meta multitasking where my whole life is me jumping between different interests and passions and projects and ideas, and I feel okay about that now.